When your business feels harder than you think it should, it's time to find your own agency and discover how to create your own results. I meet lots of people who are doing all the right things in their business. They're really trying hard to get it to work, but they're disappointed with their results because it just feels like it's not working in the way that it should. They've done courses, they've learnt formulas for doing business, they've learnt techniques and all kinds of things. But when they apply them, sometimes it feels like they don't work at all or they're completely inappropriate. That's especially the case for highly sensitive people and often people who are very value-centered or purpose-centered or spiritual business people. Or otherwise the results are just disappointing and you feel like however hard you try, it's not really worth it because it's not rewarding enough. And then you're left wondering what on earth you can do. You either think, oh, well, there must be something wrong with me, or otherwise you're left wondering, where can I go? How can I find something that actually works? And I've met people, and I myself have fallen into this trap where you do one course after another and after another, always thinking that you're going to get the answer, that this one's going to be it. And then you have this same experience over and over again. So in today's video, I'd like to talk about how I've learned to address this problem. And I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about my experience. First of all, let me tell you a bit about my experience learning about energy and how to use subtle energy to get great life results. I trained for 23 years with 2 Chinese masters who were really teaching us healing, how to solve relationship problems, how to solve business problems, money problems, anything, but always using subtle energy. And for many years, I felt like I was the last one in the class, so to speak. When I was at school, I was always top, so it was a very uncomfortable experience for me because it looked to me as if all the people around me were getting fantastic results and talking about them and kind of basking in the glow of them. And I felt somehow kind of like dumb or stupid or like too solid almost. It's like I couldn't relax in the way they could. I couldn't just open up and receive energy in the way that they could. And so it felt like, although I was learning really diligently, I just wasn't getting the results that I really wanted. And when I did get results, and I can't say I never got results because I did get some really special results at times, I always felt I got them through my teacher, and I didn't know how to produce them myself. I just knew how to let somebody else help me. Interestingly, I had the same kind of experience with business. I have done so many courses about marketing and social media and especially marketing and communication and all of that kind of thing, sales. And in almost all cases, I felt like a spectacular failure. The very first marketing course I bought, I remember I lovingly followed every single instruction. I was so careful. I poured my heart into it. I poured time into it, and I made what I thought was a perfect sales page. There was a course that was teaching me how to do that. And I think I got 5 sales off that page. And I was just totally confused and disappointed. I couldn't understand what was wrong. I didn't know whether it was something wrong with me. I didn't want to say there was something wrong with what I was learning because it seemed like it was good. And I simply didn't know what to do about it. I really started to find my agency, I would say, back in 2012. I left the Chinese master that I had been training with and moved to Australia with my husband. And suddenly, very shortly after we arrived there, I realized that we had about 2 weeks to get organized to have a business that was paying all our bills. I don't think I'd been fully paying attention before. So that was an enormous challenge. And I started to apply the information that was in my book, Love Money, Money Loves You. And there were times when I really needed money. I needed to pay the rent. I needed to pay a bill and I didn't have it. And I had to find a way to reliably get a result. And so in that particular case, I started asking money, the energy of money, to produce that result for me. And I found that it worked. I was literally desperate. You know, it was too early to have lots of clients I could call. I couldn't make an offer. I just had to find the money somehow. And I would say something really simple like, hey, money, please, can you just get this bill paid for me? I'd ask it to do it for me because I had no way out, had no other way. And when it worked, it was surprising. And then there was something very powerful about that moment because I'd asked for it. It wasn't coming through a teacher. It wasn't something kind of remote or miraculous. It was something where I had some agency. I had some power in what was happening. And there was something that I could try again to see if it would work again. And that's how I built my confidence, little by little, to be able to get results that I wanted through my own application, if you like. And over the years, I've gone through difficult times and easy times. And in the difficult times, you always learn much more about how to do this. In the easy times, you enjoy the benefit of what you can do. But from that learning how to have agency, I started to learn how to create the results that I wanted and not be relying on somebody else's knowledge that just didn't seem to work for me. So let's take a moment and see whether this is happening in your business too. Is there something where you feel like you're doing all the right things, you're doing what you've been taught or what you see other people doing, and it's just not working for you, and it's frustrating and disappointing, and you have no idea what you can do about it? Just think about that for a moment and hold the thought, because we're going to come back to it in a little while. Now, one of the big problems with this is that when we were at school, we were taught to be good girls and good boys on the whole, unless you were a complete rebel. And you learnt how to follow instructions. You did what the teacher told you, and if you did what the teacher told you, the likelihood was that you would be able to get good results at school. And so we're very, very well trained in being good in that way, in following instructions, in being taught the formula, whether it's for maths or whether it's for translating from a foreign language or writing an essay or whatever it is. We learn formulae mostly. And if we applied them, we got results. And look, I don't want to say that there's anything wrong with formulae. Of course, business has formulae. Of course, there are patterns in business that are universal. But what I've found is that following the formula just isn't enough, okay? So I started to try to find out what would enable me to get the kind of results I wanted in business. And one of the things I saw is that all the successful people I've met, and especially successful people who really care about the impact they're making, they always bring way more care and attention to their business than just following a formula. It's like they bring their love to what they're doing, and that gives them the energy to do whatever it takes to get the results that they want. So rather than being like a small child saying, I've done what you told me to do and it didn't work, which puts you in the position of being a victim, really. It's like, you didn't tell me the right thing, or you didn't give me the right instructions. I've been good, but you're bad. That's kind of the subtle language. They say, what is it that I want to create? And how do I do that? How do I get there? And they'll do whatever they need to do to create what they want to create. Now, this is a very different energy. First of all, it's a creative energy rather than a reactive energy. If you're just following somebody's instructions, you're just reacting. Secondly, it's an energy that's all about you and what you want rather than somebody else and what they've told you you should want or you should do. So it's putting the power into you rather than putting the power outside of you and then setting you up for failure. So this is really the biggest shift that we need to make. And it's not an overnight shift. It's not just like, oh, here's the magic formula, again, another formula. Just do what Sarah says and then it'll work. This is where you need to step in. You need to lean in. You need to care so much about your business and about the results that you want, which is actually really caring about you and your life. That's the key to it. That you actually are willing to do the experiments you need to do to find out what works for your business. And what I find is that every business is unique. Every business needs to find its own signature. It needs to find the ways of communicating, the ways of marketing, the ways of doing sales, the ways of delivering whatever it is that you deliver that really works specially for you and your business. So let's come back now to that place in your business where maybe you're experiencing something like this. You're doing what you're supposed to do and it's not working. Is there an experiment that you could do? Maybe something small to begin with, maybe a way of writing an email that's different from what you've been taught, but you just feel would be really right for your community, or a way of doing your marketing that you've never quite dared to try before because you were worried it might fail, but you always feel like, I really want to try that. So is there something like an experiment that you think you could do now and just start to play a little bit? Because it's when you do that that you start to find what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And eventually you start to find the patterns and you find your own agency. And once you have that experience of agency, of like, I can ask for something and it will happen, or I can create something in my life, then you have the power to get better and better at that. And then you can create the kind of results that only you want. You're the only person in the world who knows what you actually want. So I want to encourage you to experiment like that, not with big ambitious things where you just set yourself up to fail and then you're disappointed and resentful, but first of all with small things so you can build your confidence and you can find the pattern of what works for you. As I find everyone has a unique pattern. I've found people who need to be really enthusiastic to get good results. I need to be more casual in a way. It's just like, I just ask money to help me. That's the way that I get the best results. Very, very low key and neutral works for me. For somebody else, it might be another pattern again. So it's not just about fundamentally knowing the principles. It's about knowing how to apply the principles in your own life and your own business. And I'd love to share an example with you. I had a conversation some while back with one of the clients of my WealthStreams program where we explore this kind of thing. And we talked about what I call beautiful requests. A beautiful request is how you ask for something you really, really want, something you want from your soul that lights you up. And it's very different from coming from your head. So a heady request is hard work. And it's like, oh, I should want this. And a beautiful request is like, I would love this. It's like, just lights you up. We were talking about that. And Dave, who I'm going to introduce you to in a moment, describes how he started off trying to follow my formula and how he had to let go of all the headiness of that. And he talks about the moment where he discovered his own agency for the first time. It's such a great example. So here's Dave Smith.
I started making big, grand, very heady, beautiful requests.
Or not very beautiful requests.
Yeah, they weren't that beautiful. They were very pragmatic because, you know, I wanted to earn a certain amount of money. And that request was actually based in fear because I wasn't working and I was living on credit cards. And so I didn't, looking back on it, I didn't really feel the essence of those. That was like, oh, I know what I need in my life and want, you know, to make life work. But they were, and I remember sort of feeling like I was going through mental gyrations to try to get the wording right. And it just all felt so complicated and heady that I just decided to just simplify. I said, okay, I'm going to stop with the big, beautiful requests. I'm going to get very simple. And the first one I remember was I was on a business trip in Montana. It was the winter time. And I said, I'd love for my feet to be warm today. And, you know, it's moving for me because I have chronically cold feet. And that day my feet were warm. And I realized, I thought, okay, that was delightful. Let's try this again. Let's try something else. The next day I was in meetings all day, and I wanted to stay awake because I tend to get sleepy in those situations. And I stayed awake and alert all day. And so I had to get to that very, very basic level of beautiful request and have those things delivered. Had nothing to do with money, but it was the same sense of connection with guidance, and consciously asking an energetic guide and having that thing delivered. That was the very beginning of that sense of agency.
I love this example because Dave went on to pay off a very large amount of debt and to end up making so much money that he was able to invest in other people's businesses, which was a remarkable result, all coming from that little story that he's just told. And so it's exactly what I'm talking about in this video. And I highly recommend that if you found that clip interesting, you watch the whole video, because you'll learn a lot by watching it. So the link is below this video. It's called Pure Gold. And I think Pure Gold is a very good description. It's a really worthwhile interview to listen to. And I think that the main challenge that most people have with this is that it's not always easy to see yourself. I know for myself that I can't always see my unconscious patterns. I can't always see where I'm trying to be a good girl rather than really finding what works for me. And I can't see the way that I limit myself. So the reason I run a program called WealthStreams is so that people can have a shortcut, kind of like an accelerator to learning this. You can't have a shortcut formula. That's what I've been explaining. You need to find your own way of doing things for yourself, but you can get guidance and coaching that helps you to do it much more directly and not to make as many mistakes as somebody like I made, and not to have all those years where I just felt like I was so useless and so slow. It took me so long to find the way to get results. So having gone through that difficult journey and having helped so many people get the kind of results they want to get, I've learned the patterns of what works to actually enable people to do that without me doing it for you. Sure, in the early days, you might get a few magical results. That's part of it. You must get a taste for it. But the key in everything that I do is to help you find your own signature, the way that your energy works to create the results that you want. So if you're interested in joining a community and a coaching program that is focused on this kind of thing, then please check out the links below to learn more about the WealthStreams program.